All right, Chris, with all that in mind, those storms overnight into the morning left scattered property damage and flooded out streets.
And with that, also some flooded basements. Jack Crum was out in Point Place earlier today. Jack, how bad is it there?
Kaylee, Jeff, it's all the same scene. Lots of hoses in driveways and water being pumped out of basements. In fact, Roto-Rooter Plumbing says today was their busiest day of the year. They saw nearly 5 times the number of calls for service compared to an average day across Lucas, Wood, and Monroe counties. No surprise here, basement flooding made up most of those calls. For homeowners across Point Place, the sound of spring sure sounds like damage control. Eugene Collins says his basement flooded Wednesday morning for the first time in the 27 years he's lived on 289th Street, with 7.5 inches being pumped out.
I just had the furnace put in 2 years ago, so there's a few thousand. Looks like the water heater is not going to cycle right because I seen that the blow-off valve on it had opened. And of course I got my drum set down there, which made out of mahogany wood, and it's soaked. My daughter's furniture is down there.
And he's not alone in his neighborhood.
We've got 8 houses in a row right now that are flooded basements, and it just keeps coming.
Or even across Point Place.
The phone has probably been ringing nonstop since about 2 o'clock this morning.
Lisa Fleck is the GM at Roto-Rooter. They've received almost 200 calls on Wednesday alone, well above their average of 40.
For the majority, they've all been, hey, I have water coming in through my basement drain. I can't keep up with it.
Not only the sump pump, but Fleck says it could be a result of how much rain the overall system can handle.
So you'll have some of these people that they've lived in their house for 50 years and it's never gotten a drop of water. But when those mains, they take on so much rain, there's just no place for it to go. So the only place it does go is back into the homeowner's basement.
Roto-Rooter has some advice for homeowners. They say a simple check of your sump pump every few months can save you a lot of trouble later on. Reporting in studio, I'm Jack Crum, WTOL 11.